What's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Was a Skillful Genius? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. And before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Story begins 3 days after the QB attack in Konoha Gakure Sato, the most brutal attack that Konoha has suffered through in the history of its origins for the first time. It was all thanks to Minato Namikaze and the brave shinobis who fought at the front lines that helped prevent the Biju from causing any further destruction and ending Konoha once and for all. Minato, using his two of the three children, Menma and Mito, the oldest one, sealed away the Biju and sealed the soul within Kushina, his wife. This way she was kept alive as well as she was able to sustain the soul as before because she was the previous Jinchuriki. This all madness occurred because of a masked person who decided to attack the said village in the middle of the night when the said children were about to be born. But that was not the most of the, weirdest things that happened that night. The weirdest of them all was their third child, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, an enigma in its own right. As now we see, 3 days later in the hospital room of Konoha's hospital, as Kushina was laying there resting because of huge amount of chakra exhaustion and because of the stress that she went through that night 3 days ago. Next to her was a huge crib in which the three of the children laid, as Tsunade Senju was surprisingly back in the village, who had vowed that she would never return, since she was the only medic that was capable enough of, giving some hypothesis of this current condition that Naruto was suffering through. As Tsunade was done, we see that her medical ninjutsu glows disappeared from her hands as she got up with a raised eyebrow. "Well, this is unexpected. What did you saw, Tsunade-sama?" said Minato. "Well, Minato, the kid doesn't even have any chakra coils, like he was born without them. So, wait, how is that even possible? Can a human even survive without chakra?" "As far as we know, no. But there was a time before the sage," said Hiruzen, "when people existed without any chakra coils. It was after only a few years, when the chakra was spread out to the humans and the nature, that humans adapted and had chakra coils in them. But none of the cases have ever been found in which a child was born without any. So what are you gonna do with the kid now? He's pretty much a burden to you at this point, since you're a shinobi clan. Easy target, he really is." "No matter what he is my son, Tsunade-sama," said Kushina, as Minato nodded. "We went through a lot of things together, and we will go through this together as a family. As you know, I was an orphan as well. And Kushina, she lost everything and became one. We know what it feels like to be alone. So that is out of the question. We are keeping him. Well, that is a foolish idea, but a sentimental one as well. If you are willing to keep up with the challenge, then I'm sure you'll be able to do this." And that is when, before Tsunade was telling them about that she was about to leave, her assistant Shizune, a young lady, then said, "How about we stay here, Tsunade-sama? This way we can keep an eye on Naruto and monitor him as well," said Shizune, as Tsunade sighed. "Fine. I'll stay here and keep an eye on the kid as well while the time being." "Thank you so much, Tsunade-sama. This means a lot to us." As on the other side, while this was going in Konoha, Jiraiya, the legendary Sannin, and Minato-sensei was called back to Mount Miyaboku for an emergency meeting. Gamamaru-sama has woken up, something that has never happened much often before. Only one time, and Jiraiya could still remember vividly that he was a young trainee at the time, not a sage that he was today. It was then he was told about the prophecy, and he had a hunch that maybe it is time the child of prophecy is born. As now we see, Jiraiya and the others, alongside with Fukusaka and Shima, otherwise known as Pa and Ma from the Toads, were there present as well. "Fukusaka, Shima, Jiraiya, it is good to see you." "We are happy to see you as well, Sage. Can you tell us, what is the reason for this meeting?" "The child of prophecy is born," the sage Toad said, with a smile on his face. as he was emitting quite warmness when he spoke of him. Really? Yes. I believe that boy's name is. What was his name again? As all of them face faulted instantly. As Fukusaka with the tick mark then said, "Come on, you old toad, try to remember, please!" "Ah, I remember. Naruto? Naruto. Yeah, I guess Naruto was it. His name is Naruto, and he is to be the child of prophecy." "Wait, how do you even know? You told me that you don't know the name, but he was going to be born from my student and his wife." "That is correct. Now I do know the name because the prophecy was shown to me visibly, and I remember it at the back of my hand." "Really now?" said Shima with a quite sarcastic tone. "Tell us, please, what did you see this kid do?" "The kid possesses huge power and potential within him that is yet to be unlocked and awakened. And once it does, the land he resides in will flourish in all sectors." As everyone was stunned, and those who get close to him becoming his allies, they will all flourish as well, and their villages as well. The kid is like how should I put it? A lucky charm of some sort, said Fukusaka. "Yes, a lucky charm of some sort." "Well, that is certainly interesting. So Jiraiya, I want you to do something for me. Keep this prophecy a secret, and do not reveal this to Minato and Kushina." "Wait, what? Why should I keep this a secret? I already told him about the child of prophecy." "Oh, then keep this information a secret then." "Wait, why?" Once I go back there, they're gonna demand or ask me about the child of prophecy now that their children are born, as much as they heard before arriving here." "Oh, I see. Then don't just tell them." "It's not that easy as it seems, Sage." "Oh man, I'm screwed. Kushina's gonna kill me now." "Well, I'm sure that you won't suffer that much then, Jiraiya, but please do not tell this to anyone. That was the specification of this prophecy, for the prophecy to be fulfilled now." "Okay, I'll try my best then." As after the Toads meeting end on the Toad Mountain, everyone dispersed. As now we see, on the other side, after some time, Gamabunta, Fukusaka, Shima, and Jiraiya were sitting, as they were drinking some Toad sake. "Really? You're screwed, Jiraiya. I mean, Minato, I know, will listen to you. But Kushina? Well, she's gonna bug the hell out of you, and if you don't give any answer straight up, she knows that you're up to no good. That is why I'm worried." "Well, to be honest, I'm on Kushina's side on this, Jiraiya boy," said Shima, "because you're always doing that perverted stuff of yours. You should have focused on building relations instead of trying to destroy them because of your pervertedness. Jeez, Ma, you don't know anything about the man of culture and art that I pass down to the new generation and my fans." "So much for the culture, Jiraiya." Like we all don't know. Jeez, thanks for the support, guys." "Hey, Jiraiya, calm down, man," said Gamabunta. "Drink up. Everything will be fine, I'm sure of. And this sake has certain quality inside of it." What? Really? What does it do?" "Well, it'll help you out when you face Kushina." "Really? How so? Does it harden my skin or something?" "Nah, it numbs the pain easily. You'll get beaten, even broken bones, but you can't feel a thing." "That doesn't help, certainly." "Well, it does. You get this much. Don't be mad about it." As after that we see, Jiraiya finally returned back to Konoha. And once he does, he wasn't looking forward to meeting his student right at the moment. But one thing was sure, he was in it for a surprise to meet his other teammate, which he certainly didn't expect it. As now we see as Jiraiya arrived at the office, only to find Tsunade there, as he did a double take. "Tsunade? What the hell are you doing here?" "Oh, I got stuck here, Jiraiya, because of Minato's kid. The said brat doesn't even have chakra coils, and God knows how he's alive." "Wait, what? What do you mean doesn't have any chakra coils? Who does?" "Naruto, sensei, my youngest." As Jiraiya did a double take. "What? You mean to say that the child of prophecy doesn't even have any chakra coils, and yet he has a huge potential that is to be unlocked?" As Jiraiya blurted out the whole thing, as he then said, "Oops." As both Tsunade and Minato's jaw hung low. "Wait, don't tell me the child of prophecy that you mentioned before was Naruto, actually." "Oh shit. Pa's gonna kill me. Wait, what do you mean Pa's gonna kill you? What would he do? Okay, listen up, both of you. Close the door, activate the privacy seals. This cannot be leaked. I repeat, this cannot be leaked ever again, Minato. This stays between us and only us here. You got it? My lives depend on it. Okay, if you say so, Sensei. I promise. So do I, Jiraiya. Get on with it. Alright. As after the seals were activated, Jiraiya then said, the thing is that the Great Toad Elder called me a few days back before I arrived here. And he told me about that Naruto was to tell the prophecy and how I wasn't supposed to now tell you about him. He possesses great potential within him. And wherever he stays, only happiness will be brought there and a lot of prosperity. The kid's like a lucky charm for us. Huh. But why didn't he wanted us to be known about this? Well, I guess it's a test from Kami or some sort because they might want to check your heart or something, I guess. I don't know. Whatever it is. But the main thing was you were not supposed to be known about this. That is certainly interesting. I guess we can keep this a secret. Right, Tsunade-sama? Of course, of course. But seriously, how does a kid has a potential that is yet to be unlocked? Who doesn't even possess a chakra coil, let alone chakra within him? How is he going to be a shinobi in the shinobi world without any of those? That is correct, Sensei. This just doesn't make any sense. For the time being, all we can do is, both of you, just wait and see. And let the things go as they are, said Jiraiya. Only time will tell what the future holds, but one thing is for sure, the prophecy will come true. As Gamamaru-sama was quite happy about it, and even radiating quite warmness, to be honest. Huh, that is certainly something interesting, said Tsunade, as even Minato was shocked. I promise you, Sensei, this stayed between us. And as the Kage had ordered this as well and declared this a national secret. Hi, said both of them. As after that we see time begin to pass by. As the kids, after some time, as the years went by, reached at the age of 4. As now we see as both Menma and Mito are fighting over, well, dangos, because only 2 sticks remained there, and both of them didn't get the flavor that they wanted. As on the other side, Naruto, who had a single stick with the flavor that they wanted, broke the stick in 2 and gave half to each, as both of the older siblings were happy, and even sat down next to Naruto, sharing their dangos with him. As the mother watched this with quite a bright smile on her face and pride, as her friends Mikoto, Uchiha, Tazumi, and Izuka and the others watched as well, from afar, as their kids played together. As Mikoto then said with a squeal, Kushina, look at your kids, oh my god, Naruto is quite nice. I mean, he at such a young age has such a big heart that he shares his stuff. My Sasuke doesn't even do that. As the others also agreed to this because kids that age were quite selfish, to be honest, and even Menma and Mito were sometimes. And as after that we see that time began to pass by as Naruto suddenly showed interest in a lot of books aside from shinobi, but he kept in touch with the shinobi culture. He read books about agriculture, a lot of stuffs, and he even asked for quite tools to tinker with a few of his own things. As Minato at first was quite, well, worried about his son because he didn't want him to get hurt, but he let his son play with a few tools which were quite harmless. As on the other side, Menma and Mito at the time began to show interest in the shinobi training and in the shinobi world because they wanted to follow their parents' footsteps, becoming a kunoichi and a shinobi. So, both of them were being taught by Kushina. As now we have another time skip. Time skip at the age of 10 when they reach. As we go towards the Uzumaki Namikaze house, where we see Naruto inside his room, as on the backyard his mother was teaching his older siblings how to completely use the adamantium chains of Uzumakis. As after being done with the lesson, we see that Kushina then said, alright, let's wrap things up here. How about we go and have some lunch? Yeah, I'm starving. Hey, Naruto is still in his room. Maybe we should get him down. As Kushina then said, oh, you're right. Naruto? As Naruto's window opened, as he looked outside. What is it, Kachan? As Naruto blue eyes became visible with a smile on his face and somewhat dust on his face as well. As Kushina frowned, what are you doing up there, young man? A little project of mine. Tochan is here with me. You don't have to worry about it. Both you and your father get down here in this instant. We're having a family lunch together. Coming down there, hon. Just in a few, okay? You go ahead and prepare. As back at Naruto's room, we see that Naruto was working on a new medical tool that will revolutionize helping out with the help of chakra in amputation. It had the capability of regenerating the cells back like the 100 healing marks. Naruto implemented that by learning through a lot of medical books as well as the Senju scrolls that Tsunade allowed him to read whenever he paid her a visit on his regular checkups. As now that the project was completed, it was time to test it out. As both the father and son looked at each other, this, if works, Naruto, it will help us a lot. The shinobis. No, the life of many people will be changed. This can revolutionize the medical industry of not only our village but the whole shinobi world, said Minato with a huge amount of pride for his son, who was able to learn such complex thing and come up with this complex technology in its own right. Well, only time will tell, Tochan. But right now we should better get going, or otherwise Kachan will kill us. You're right about that. As both of them went downstairs and sat down and enjoyed. As Naruto and Minato was sitting next to each other, they were talking in whispers. As Menma got interested and asked, "Well, what are you two talking about, Tochan?" Naruto? "Oh, Nissan. Nothing much. It's just a secret project that I and Tochan have been working on, since it was dangerous and I couldn't work on alone. Yeah, it took us a quite great deal. If I wasn't a Kage, we would have done this years ago, within a few months. Well, patience is the key, and I tinkered and changed a lot of stuff along the way, right?" "You're right about that, Naruto. You're right about that. What is this project then?" said Kushina, sitting down finally. "Well, if it works, you're all gonna see it tomorrow. Because I have called Tsunade-sama tomorrow home, and she's gonna help us out. And I have found out a candidate who is willing to give this a try as well." "What try, and who is this candidate, and what is Tsunade gonna do?" "You'll see, Kushina. It's a big surprise." As Kushina pouted, knowing that both her husband and her youngest wouldn't tell her otherwise, as Mito was now excited as well. And finally, the day passed, and the next day came, as Tsunade was there, and so was Hanma, a no-name shinobi who, in the third Great Shinobi War, got amputated and lost his leg, and had to walk with crutches now. "Alright, I'm here, Okage-sama. I don't know if this will help out or not, but I'm ready to do it. Give it a try." As Hanma sat down, as the technology with both holes on the east side was open, as on one hole it was attached to his leg, as Tsunade had to pump her chakra into the said technology. After Naruto tinkered with it for a bit, "It's ready." As Tsunade then pumped her healing chakra into it, and to everyone's surprise, the cells began to regrow as the man hissed in somewhat pain as a huge amount of steam came out, and suddenly a huge puff of smoke appeared, and after that, the man's leg was attached and it was there. As his eyes widened, I can feel my leg." As he wiggled his toes and even clutched his foot, as he then said, "I can feel my leg. This is amazing." As Tsunade was shocked, just shocked, stood there. This is unbelievable." As on the other side, both Naruto and Minato were happy that their project worked out, and this was going to be saving a lot of lives now. As on the other side, we see that the witnesses, which were none other than Menma, Mito, and Kushina, were shocked as well. "Oh my god. Naruto, did you make this?" Not only me, but Tochan as well here, Kachan." "No, Naruto. I helped you out in the stuff that was quite hard to deal with. It's all on you, my son. You were the one who is the creator of this." "Wait, what? But you helped me out." "Of course I did. But you are the original creator. If you didn't have this idea, this would have never been created. This would revolutionize many things, Naruto. What you did is quite great. But remember, you're still a kid with a lot of potential. Now I see how your potential is going to work. You have to continue to work in such a path that will help out humanity through your technology and your mind, kid. You can do a lot of good, Naruto. And you made a lot of us proud as well. What are you gonna do now, Minato? Well, I think it is time that we show this technology to the elders and the council. And soon after we see as a cutscene appeared towards the council chamber where we see the machine was displayed and Minato proudly presented the whole thing that went down, and Hanma was as a proof standing in front of all of them as they were all shocked, knowing that he was one of the shinobis who got amputated in the third grade shinobi war, losing his whole leg. And he was an active shinobi, doing shinobi things again. As after watching and witnessing the technology, as well as after having a lot of testimonies from even Tsunade the user and the person being healed, they had to agree that this was indeed a groundbreaking technology invented by a kid 10 years older only. The kid is quite a prodigy. The thing that he has made will help us a lot, and this can heal even a dying person who has to get amputated. But what else is he working on? Well, this was his first project. I am pretty sure that he has a lot of other sketches that are ready too, since he visualized them and learns about the fields that is in need of a lot of development. Naruto has a lot of potential, Minato, said Hiruzen, but this can attract a lot of attention as well, so you better keep him hidden as much as possible. And Danzo stood up and said, we all would like to request him to be given an office and him to be the head of that office so that he could expand his vision and see where he can go with that. Konoha will do the funding for it. As Minato was both proud and somewhat worried. He's still a 10-year-old. Maybe it was a fluke that it worked out. Maybe we should, even if it was a fluke, Minato, what he invented, it can't be simply a fluke. You say that it take years, but something like this, even with our scientists combined and our medical geniuses, this was yet, if not decades ahead, I say centuries ahead technology that we have now. She's right, says Tsunade, looking at Koharu. As he looked towards Tsunade looked towards Minato. You have to give the kid a chance to spread his wings. He has a lot of potential. And if you're that worried, how about I volunteer to, be his assistant and watch over him? As everyone agreed to that. And on the other side, both of his siblings were happy as Naruto felt like a celebrity in his own home. And Kushina even made him his favorite ramen, as the family was happy and proud of their son. And soon after, when the news was broke out, they were even more happy. And finally, the technology was released to the public, and many of those who got hurt, amputated, or were born without a limb had now their limbs back, and they and their families were forever grateful and happy for such a thing. Soon news began to spread out that Konoha has invented a technology of a sort that, with the help of medical ninjutsu, was capable of giving one who has lost his limbs back, and people were now interested, and even a Kage summit was now occurring, as the different Kages of the village came together at a neutral ground, which was the Iron Country, to talk about this. As Oniki the Tsuchikage from Iwagakure, Mei Terumi the newly stated Mizukage from Kirigakure, and A from Kumugakure, alongside with Rasa from Sunagakure. And Minato was there, as they all sat down, placing their hats in front of each other. First of all, I would like to begin this meeting with one thing that has come to everyone's attention, I believe. Said A. We have heard rumors that Konoha has a technology of a sort that they got in their hands on that can heal the amputated people, grow limbs back, like some sort of sorcery or magic. Is that true, Minato? Yes, it is true. Why are you telling this to us then? Because my son is the one who at the age of 10 created it, with my help. As everyone was shocked, your little boy created that? Yes. And why are you sharing this with us, knowing that we might target your son because of our, past? Said Oniki. Listen, Oniki-sama, I highly believe that we should all be given second chances. I know what I did, and you know what you did. I was only trying to prevent my home from getting destroyed, yet at the expense of a lot of lives. Lives that were caused by your hands. Their blood also stay in your hands, Onikisama, because of your decision to still advance while I gave them the orders and warnings to leave, and some of them were willing to leave as well, yet you forced them to fight. As Oniki remained quiet. So what now? This technology can heal the wounds? Precisely. Time can only heal wounds of such extent of dead and being killed in the war. But this technology, it can heal many. And that is why I, as the Hokage, am willing to share this with all of you. But at the cost of peace only. No more wars, no more fighting amongst each other. So, if we become allies, what other benefits we would get? Trading routes open up without any, wars or anything of that sort. We can have them protected, patrolled by units created from all the shinobis and konoichis from different villages combined as a union unit. This way you all can keep an eye and get reports of the trading routes whenever you want. That can work out, said May, as Rasa agreed as well. Indeed, that can. It can help us a lot in economically and in other factors as well. We have in shinobi villages who are only known for its shinobi factor, while ignoring major factors of our other villages, the civilians, the economic state, everything. It goes down the drain whenever a war occurs, and leaves a lot of backlash and scars on it whenever a war is over. It is time we use this peace offering that Minato is offering to us to heal the wounds that has been caused by our ancestors. Precisely, said Minato. And this Naruto, we would like a shinobi from our side to work with him, to watch over him and see how he does perform his tasks. Agreed then. Then we can decide who are going to be the shinobis who are going to watch over him. Well, someone closer to his age who can act as friends to him. And that way, we can get them to be close. And if ever future comes to that, they can be married and a political alliance can be occurred, said A. As everyone agreed to this. So Oniki-sama, are you? Fine, I'm willing to give this a try. Only because my people has suffered a lot, Minato Namikaze. Not because of you or your goddamn son. Alright then, I'm happy with that. And soon after, a konoichi of similar age of Naruto was sent out from all 4 villages to the said, village near Naruto. As Yoshito was chosen from Iwa's side, and from Kumo it was none other than Yoshito Ni, who was only a 2-year older than Naruto. And from Suna it was Temari, nonetheless, the Kazekage's daughter. Since Iwa Kiri didn't have anyone, so they didn't send anyone. But soon after that, a few months passed as the other konoichis arrived. They had a fight with Takigakure, who tried to take over their land, thinking that they were weakened since the rebels have taken over, and in the end they lost. And this war caused them their whole village, and this war was won without any bloodshed. So now they had a konoichi to send over, and that was Fu of Kirigakure nonetheless now. And so these 4 konoichis were sent as a peace offering, and Naruto, now who had given his, personal space to work on, worked from there alongside them. As years begin to pass by, we see a 13-year-old Naruto sitting in his lab that was funded by his village, working on a new project that could help out in many fields altogether. Clean water, clean air, as well as fertile land. Making an unfertile land a land that was fertile, good enough so that it could be used for farming, and rapidly growing paste seeds. And seeds of such state and kind that could be grown in different conditions as well as their natural conditions. And he has sent them out as well, most of the things that he has created, which has caused a lot of helping out in the major villages as their economic state have gone up. And now they had huge amount of reserves as well. They were economically happy and strong as well, aside from being a shinobi group. But that was not all. Their shinobi sector has become effective as well now that they eat a lot of healthy and natural food. Until they had their fill, they were getting more stronger. Their chakra reserves were also getting affected as they were being increased rapidly. This was a good effect from Naruto and his creation. And the people of all sectors were happy. They knew about him, most of them didn't even see him, but they knew him that who he was and what he has done for them, becoming a lifesaver for most and all. Naruto has done a lot for nature and for the shinobi world, and for the first time it seemed in the eyes of Kage and their people, and even the shinobis and konoichis, that their world was finally moving towards a peaceful era. As particularly one group wasn't happy at all in Amegakure and wanted a piece of that technology aside from getting the Jinchurikis, as the Akatsuki was all situated there, and they were all together having a meeting. This Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, I don't know what to think about him. He's either a thorn or a one person who can change a lot. I mean, we all strive for peace in our own way, but he has achieved it. As Kisame then said, well, Pain-sama, I think that what he has done is what we were trying to achieve, but in his own unconventional way. So I think it is useless to just try on and ahead to, get in all this madness. No, it has to be done, said Zetsu. As Pain then looked at Zetsu and said, why though, Zetsu? Why do you think that? The peace that we wanted has finally happened. We should give this peace a chance, and maybe also join in the alliance, this so that Amegakure can flourish as well. Our economy is drowning in debt. That is correct, said Pain's assistant, which was none other than Conan. As that is when Madara spoke. Zetsu, they are right. Maybe we should finally let them see their pitiful peace, for how long it is, or maybe it occurs. Because one thing is for certain, that their peace will crumble. But what if it doesn't? Then what? If it doesn't, then we finally achieved what we wanted through someone else without getting or doing the hard work. Then we move forward. No, you don't understand. We have to do this. There is no other way without this. Why are you so hellbent, Zetsu? You're acting weird for someone's will. I was never your will, Madara. And I was doing this because, said Zetsu, filled with rage because his whole team was betraying him. These puny puppets that he created were now betraying him, the one who was pulling the strings at all. And he in his rage was blurting out things that he shouldn't have. Unbeknownst to him, it was a genjutsu casted by Pain so that it could reveal the truth that he was hiding within him. As he then revealed, it is to free my mother so that she can consume your chakra and leave the chakra that belongs to her. As his eyes widened, what? What am I telling you is the whole truth? What is going on? Said Zetsu, as he looked at Pain, who had a smirk. You used your genjutsu on me. Of course I did. You were acting and disagreeing with us. You always have been forceful on using the forceful methods. The kid has achieved something that is peaceful and has been helping out other nations. And the people are happy and at peace. Something that we haven't seen in our day and age. The new era is on the rise, Zetsu. And now what you have just revealed, it confirms that what you were trying to do was nothing more than cause destruction and chaos. So what's your take, Madara? There is no Madara here, said Obito, taking off his mask and crushing it, as his eyes had tears. There's only Obito Uchiha. As he, using his hand, literally shoved straight through it, the help of his kamui, straight through the heart of Zetsu, as a black heart appeared on the other side, as Obito crushed it with his hand, causing Zetsu to scream in agony before he died out, as his whole body was burnt. That before, to seal the deal, Chibaku Tensei was used by Pain to seal him away. Now what do? We watch over the kid, make sure that he doesn't do anything, and if you guys want to continue with this group, can stay here and watch our own home. Because I know this much as well, you all need one. Well, what do you know? Kakazu. Me, a bounty hunter settling down. Why the heck not? Maybe I think I should too as well. Set up a temple here for Jashin-sama. As for the others, they too agreed. But Obito, he didn't say anything. What are you gonna do, Obito? What about you? I already have a home. Or had. This can be your home too. No, I don't deserve a home. I betrayed my own, and I think I would betray this one too. So it is better I leave, become a Ronin on my own. And that is what he decided. And that's how Akatsuki was dissolved. And soon after, the alliance was joined by Amegakure, Snow Country, which was retaken by the true heir of the said country, the actress Kyoki Kazehana. And after that, many of the major minor villages also joined in, and they all prospered. One thing was for sure, Naruto was the center of attention of it. His technology, his mind, it was of such brilliance that he even passed down his skills to the different kids of different villages so that they too can prosper and create different technologies. And he has given out a lot of free teachings to the others as well. But one thing was uncertain to him, and that was the girl's love for him. Because turns out the girls that were sent there, Fu, Yujito, as well as Kuritasuchi and Tamari, they all were now spellbound by his love, his selflessness, as well as his kind demeanor. Because even though he was always busy, whenever he had the time, he would spend with them and act like a true Chad and would always be there for them and always listen to them and ease up their problems to the best of his abilities. And his mother was already dreaming about having many grandchildren, little Uzumaki's running around left and right. And Minato was proud as well. Menma was, to be honest, quite jealous at this because his brother had game even though he was a geek, as he called him, in a fun way. While he, being the cool awesome shinobi, didn't have any game with girls. The only girl who was interested in him or close to was Hinata, but she passed out as soon as he got near her. And as for, none other than his sister Mito, she and Neji got together and were also now expecting. And as for Naruto, he had a lot of catching up to do in the love game. But aside from that, he helped out the whole Elemental Nation, as Kamamaru was happy back at Mount Miyaboku with Jiraiya and the others. Even though they found out that Jiraiya had revealed the secret unintentionally, they were happy that it has caused huge amount of ripples in a good manner so that the whole village and the Elemental Nation has come together. And even they also benefited from him as well. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you liked this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!